A very good afternoon to you wherever you are watching from. My name is Cliffe Omondi and this is the 1 p.m. news right here on Younib TV, where we bring you news right from politics to matters affecting the country. And in our political news today, former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has announced a departure from conventional campaign pledges, stating that his priority will be addressing Kenya's overwhelming debt. We will be bringing you these and more stories right here. But first things first, let's take a look at the news making headlines.
Ambayo tutapata nafasi ya kuabudu bila ya watu wengine kukaa nje, na I'm confident that God is going to make provision for us to have a place where we can worship God in this compound.
Our peace ambassadors, they become nation builders, and they should make the nation, whichever country they are in, to make their respective country and nation sustainable, developed and strong nation.
Na tuko hapa St. Michael kwenye moto ilitokea kwa dom, na dom imechomeka yote, lakini uzuri wazima moto wa kutoka katika kaunti ya Kirinyaga wamefika haraka pamoja na wananchi na
Welcome back. You are watching Younib TV News at 1. Now, President William Ruto has reaffirmed his commitment to constructing a more expansive and enduring place of worship at the State House in Nairobi, despite the ongoing legal challenges and criticism surrounding the project. Now, during a Sunday service held at the State House Chapel, Ruto expressed his resolve to improve worship facilities for individuals residing and working within the premises. The president commended the team responsible for the current chapel, acknowledging their contribution to maintaining regular services.
Sikujua ya kwamba nitafika hapa leo, lakini Mungu mwenyewe amenichochea asubuhi leo akaniambia nije hapa. Na tukiwa hapa katika State House, Mungu atatupatia neema pia tupate mahali pengine ambayo tutapata nafasi ya kuabudu bila ya watu wengine kukaa nje, na I'm confident that God is going to make provision for us to have a place where we can worship God in this compound. Tunaona mkono wa Bwana katika kila jambo tunafanya katika taifa letu, masomo ya watoto wetu, mipango ya afya ya taifa letu, mipango ya ajira, nyumba na zile zingine zote.
Former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua has announced a departure from conventional campaign pledges, stating that his priority will be addressing Kenya's overwhelming debt and stabilizing the economy. Gachagua asserts that his objective is to emulate the late President Mwai Kibaki and overturn significant policies implemented by President William Ruto, such as the housing levy.
I don't want to promise you lies that I'll build roads, I'll build dams, I'll connect electricity. Those are lies. The country is almost broke. We have a debt of 12 trillion. So telling people I'll do this, I'll do that, ni uongo. I want to do only one thing, to restore the Kenyan state. to where Mwai Kibaki left us. Regarding Gachagua, we will restore the dignity of the payslip by scrapping the first day the housing levy and handing over all those houses to the county government to manage them, collect rents, and pay back all those whose money was deducted. Mwai Kibaki, the greatest president Kenya has ever had, a great man, very focused economist, went to the prestigious Makerere University for his bachelor's degree. Later on, he went to the London School of Economics for master's. In his 10 years presidency, Mwai Kibaki never took the microphone to lecture the people of Kenya about how educated he was. He never. Yet, the things he did, everybody can see. When we look at the one saying how educated he is, in 3 years, the things he has done, abductions and extrajudicial killings, theft of public resources, destruction of the health system, destruction of the education system, gangs and militias harassing women all over. That, to him, is a benefit of education.
Now, away from politics, the African continent, particularly Kenya, has been recognized as the new epicenter of a worldwide peace movement after a significant peace summit. This event saw the convergence of faith leaders, dignitaries, and global peace advocates who came together to present a transformative vision for the continent and beyond. Speaking during the summit, the leaders reiterated that their aim is to transform communities and people to ambassadors of peace and eventually nation builders.
We are seeing a shift, not political, not military, but from a very standpoint of the church, and giving an unveiling event that is telling us about a movement that is catching up from Kenya throughout Africa to the nations of the world.
Our main goal and main focus from last 40 years, we are producing peace builders and ultimately a transformed community of peace loving, peace living and peace practicing community, so that our transformed people, those who are transformed through our peace ambassadors, they become nation builders. And they should make the nation, whichever country they are in, to make their respective country and nation sustainable, developed and strong nation. 69 prime ministers have signed peace agreement and MOU with us. With us in the sense with our IGO, Intergovernmental Organization. 69 prime ministers have already signed. And also the army chief of many countries also have signed these things. Your question, yes, our people, our team is working with the Kenya government. Very soon, in collaboration with the Kenya government, we are going to organize a big program of sports for peace, bringing people for the sports from all the nations. And we will have a program very soon in Kenya with the participation of the government authorities.
And the National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetangula has urged EAC leaders to enforce the protocol facilitating the free movement of goods, individuals and services across the region to stimulate development. The Speaker emphasized that if the potential of Lake Victoria were genuinely realized, the population would reap substantial benefits highlighting the necessity of cooperation among the nations. He remarked that although the disputes between Kenya and Uganda have notably diminished, it is essential for the countries to collaborate and address the critical issues.
Waziri wa Foreign Affairs, tulikuwa na mambo imechacha hapa sana ya migingo. Tukaenda huko, tukajaribu, tukarekebisha, na sasa nimefurahi juzi Rais Museveni alikuwa Nairobi. Wamesema hatutaki tena kuona wavuvi wetu wakishikwa kiholela na askari kutoka nchi jirani. Hii ni shared resource. Na East Africa we have a protocol on free movement of people, goods and services. Wale wakienda kwa lake kuleta samaki watafanya hivyo bila kuhangaishwa na askari wa nchi jirani. And that's how we want to live. Pia sasa tumemaliza miaka 3 tangu tupige kura. Kwanza I salute Prime Minister Raila and President Ruto for bringing the country to peace. And you can see the pretenders to opposition don't seem to know what they are doing.
All right, we are now taking a short break right here on Younib TV News at 1. Stay tuned for more stories.
Ever the best. Hallelujah.
Welcome back. And now over 50 political parties have issued a strong warning to the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission IEBC, asserting that they have been excluded from the preparation for the 2027 general elections via the Political Parties Liaison Committee. The leaders of these parties, spearheaded by NLP party leader Augustus Kialo Muli, have disclosed that what they term a scheme aimed at registering smaller parties from the electoral competition on flimsy grounds in advance of the 2027 general elections.
We are alarmed by the attitude the Commission has adopted towards political parties. The Commission has met with churches, foreign embassies, NGOs and other groups, but not with political parties who are its principal stakeholders. Even as we prepare for the upcoming by-elections, the Commission stubbornly refuses to engage with us. We are aware of a diabolical plot to deregister a number of political parties before the next general election on flimsy grounds. This scheme is in high gear, and the IBC Commission may be well aware of or even complicit in it. Democracy must be defended by all means, and we as political parties shall defend it to the very.
The Sugarcane and Industrial Workers Union have called off the strike by workers at 4 former government-owned sugar factories that are now leased. The Union Secretary Francis Wangara and Chairman Bernard Wanyonyi said the decision was based on talks with COTU leaders who had them to give them space for talks and pressure the government to pay the 20 billion Kenya shillings owed to workers. The leaders also say that if COTU's efforts do not bear fruit, they will announce stronger measures to make the process a success.
We speak, a fraction of arrears has been paid to the tune of 1.2 billion out of the 5.6 billion that was supposed to be paid to the workers. In our memorandum, we had agreed that in July, another payment would be made to the tune of 1.5 billion. As we speak, the money has not been released. The excuses we have been having with the government have not been very much convincing to us, because they give excuse that since the money is going to come from government, it takes a bit of time when it is change of financial year. We have made serious consultations with the government and our COTU boss, Mr. Francis Atwoli, who has asked us to put the strike on hold so that he can also intervene and make us push government to make sure that the money is paid. And once we make a consultation with the highest office, it is prudent that we also advise our members that they give us time. We make intensive consultations so that we can make sure that what we intend to get is not pushed to any side. The transition process is supposed to be concluded by next month, that is October 30th.
Tunawaomba kwamba waelewe, tutaendelea kuwasiliana nao, tutaendelea kuwapigania. Tuko kwa transition committee sisi kama viongozi wao, na lolote lenye tutaamua tuko pale kuwaelezea. So tunaomba wafanyakazi wawe na imani kwa sisi kama viongozi wao. Waelewe kwamba maslahi yao tunakipatiana kipao cha mbele sana kutetea haki ya maslahi yao.
And students found themselves facing a significant losses following a devastating fire that erupted at St. Michael Primary School in Kerugoya, Kirinyaga County, resulting in the destruction of a dormitory. Initial reports suggest that the fire started on the morning of Sunday, September 14th at approximately 9 a.m. while students were participating in their Sunday church service. The fire prompted an immediate response from the Kirinyaga County Fire Brigade, along with the local residents who hurried to the location to help control the flames, but the damage had already been inflicted.
Na tuko hapa St. Michael kwenye moto ilitokea kwa dom, na dom imechomeka yote. Lakini uzuri wazima moto wa kutoka katika kaunti ya Kirinyaga wamefika haraka pamoja na wananchi na wamesaidiana na moto ikakuwa ya kuzimika. Hii moto ilianza mwendo wa saa 3 hivi ambapo watoto hawakuwa kwa dom, but inasemekana ni kama ilikuwa ya stima, although hatuwezi sema ni stima kwa saa hii ama ni nini, because kwa sababu serikali iko karibu na inafanya uchunguzi. Kwa hivyo kile ningeomba ni tugoje tu serikali imalize uchunguzi wake, wajue kiini cha moto ni gani. Hiyo ingine ni vile tu tunafikiria tu ni stima. Ilikuwa inakaa watoto around 60 of them na wako salama. Kwa wazazi wenye wako na watoto huku, ningewaambia watulie, wasiwe na wasiwasi juu watoto wako salama. Hatuna watoto wenye wameumia. Hiyo ingine ni mambo na mali. Hiyo mali haina shinda as far as tuko na uzima ama watoto wako hai kwa sasa.
And that brings us to the end of the 1 p.m. bulletin here on Younib TV. Thank you for choosing to stay informed with us. I'm Cliffe Omondi. Have a lovely afternoon.